The meme coin craze is about a year old now. In this short time, we've seen billion-dollar runners and billion-dollar rug pulls. Honestly, I have learned a lot. But if I had to start trading meme coins again today from scratch, I would be doing things a lot differently. Whether you are brand new to meme coin trading or you've paid some tuition in the trenches, I'm going to break down the most important lessons that I've learned over the last year. I will also provide in-depth resources for every single point that I talk about in this video. So make sure you stay until the very end. My name is Vic. I've been in the crypto trenches since 2020, but in the last year alone, I've called multiple 100x projects for my community, and I've helped thousands of crypto traders figure out how to trade meme coins and avoid getting scammed at the same time through this YouTube channel. And that brings me to my very first point. The game is rigged. You will see influencers on X post massive profit and loss statements acting like they turned $20 into $20,000. This is done to sell you a dream and to have you put your money into it, but you're just walking into a trap because the consistent winners in the meme coin space are not people who just throw things at the wall and see what sticks. These are people who have information. I'm talking about influencers, developers, marketing teams, launch pads, market makers, Telegram inside communities. There's so many different groups of people in the meme coin space who have insider information and they use it. This information could be as simple as, oh, I think that this token is launching and I heard that these people have done well with other tokens before. Or it could be as much as, I have information that the president of Argentina is launching a token and they get in on it very early, which happened. Now you can try to circumvent this whole mess by tracking the wallets of people who have information. And I actually did a full video last week on that right here. So go and watch that later. And that's pretty much how you get a fair advantage over the insiders in the meme coin space. But at the end of the day, nothing in crypto is guaranteed. So even people that have information, they are taking risks. Now, this is the perfect segue to talk about today's sponsor. And I've actually never done a sponsor in a YouTube video like this before. So just hear me out because I think it actually makes sense with the video. The sponsor of today's video is Solpot. Solpot is a player versus player Solana experience. These players right now have entered into a jackpot and someone actually just won 3.6 Sol. We also have coin flip. So here these two players have both bet 0.1 Sol and the winner of the coin flip actually gets the Sol. It's really interesting stuff. They also have a daily free Solana case that you can open any day and win Solana. Now, I think PvP crypto games, just like Solpot, is where the market is going. I actually put out a short on this just a few days ago. So make sure you use my link to sign up for Solpot today, or referral code is literally just Vic. Thank you to Solpot for sponsoring this video. So the second lesson you need to know if you're going to trade Solana meme coins is that your tools are so important. You cannot be trading using a phantom wallet in the Solana trenches. You will absolutely get decimated. You will get wrecked. There are bots who will front run your transactions, and they do what's called a MEV attack, a MEV attack. Basically, it's when these trading bots can work faster and process transactions faster than something like a phantom wallet. They see your transaction coming down the line, they butt the line in front of you, they fill the order that you were supposed to fill, and then they turn it around and sell it to you at a terrible rate, and that's called a MEV attack. And I would also very much advise you not to use Dex Screener. I know I've talked about Dex Screener and Phantom in older videos. That was more so for foundational knowledge, but Dex Screener is actually super slow. The charts on Dex Screener are actually like 3 to 5 seconds behind a more pro trading web app. So what's the solution? Well, I primarily use two different tools to solve for both of these issues. When I'm trading meme coins, I don't use Phantom at all. Instead, I use Nova to get the best fills, to set up sniping automations, and have a tight grip on my fees while also not getting MEV attacked. I have a full Nova guide right here that you can watch. And instead of Dex Screener, I highly advise that you use something like Axiom, which is going to allow you to spot trending tokens, look at new pairs, and get a very accurate timing on what the current price is. I have a full guide as well on Axiom right up at the top that you should definitely go and watch after this video. Getting familiar with these pro trading tools is going to give you a massive advantage, especially when you tap into the features that Nova and Axiom both have, which are both unique and they work very well together using the Nova Click integration, which I actually go over in my Nova tutorial. So just like any job you're gonna do, your tools are crucial. The next thing that I wish I knew when I got into trading meme coins is bundling. Bundling is very, very common. Typically, what will happen at the start of a project is that it will run up just a little bit and then the dev will sell. This makes it so when you look at the dev holdings, it shows 0%, which is a green flag for most traders. They don't want the developer to be in the project. But then you'll have some small green candles building up right after the dev selling. This is typically actually the developer coming back and bundling with different wallets. So a bundle, if you didn't know, is the purchase of tokens spread out between multiple wallets. There are a lot of tools that help identify bundles, but all of these tools tend to use different algorithms. So you'll get different results between like the Axiom bundle checker versus the Trench Radar bundle checker. I would say that every project is going to get bundled because if the team knows anything, they know that they actually have to control a portion of the supply in order to keep the chart from getting PvP'd and just getting nuked by other people who come in and snipe and bundle. So the team actually has to gather a ton of the supply to control it in order to make the project work long term. The problem is that if the team are just a bunch of ruggers, then bundling's really bad. They have a lot of control and they can just nuke the chart whenever they want and just one click sell all of their bundle wallets very easily. If the team is not evil, then they will sell little bits here and there, but they're not gonna one death candle the entire project and just nuke it to zero. They are looking to make money and they do want to get their money back out of the project, which, I mean, you should understand that as a trader. But this just goes back to the first point of this entire video where the game is rigged. You're playing in a rigged battlefield. That's why SolPot makes sense, because it's not rigged. So definitely go and watch my Identify Scams video right up here. I go into bundling, I go into all these different parameters on how to not get scammed with meme coins. It's a very foundational video that you need to watch. The next point that I want to go over is the concept of a meta. You'll notice when you trade for a certain period of time that one project will come out based on news or based on some sort of idea, and it will do really, really well. What happens next is that a ton of copycat projects or derivative projects basing around the same idea are created as well, trying to piggyback off of the success of that initial project. This forms a general trend in the trenches where a lot of tokens match, and we call this a meta. A meta can last a couple hours, it can last a couple days, and typically you can identify a meta incoming based on like a holiday or like the election or like something important, some important event happening. But typically people in the trenches are trying to front run each other. So metas come earlier than you think they would most times. For example, during Christmas, the Christmas meta actually happened in November because everyone was trying to front run Christmas. So that's when Rismas came out, Santa Hat, Santa, like all those big Christmas tokens actually happened in November. People are trying to front run the meta. So Easter is this weekend, for example, and I'm looking for Easter tokens now because I haven't really seen that many come out. So I'm trying to front run the Easter meta now. You need to understand meta because it's all about timing. If you are late to a token because the meta is done and we've moved on to another meta, then it's probably not going to run. You need to know what the meta is at the current time. You can do that by checking what's trending through Axiom or Dex Screener, or you can do that by being a part of a community, which leads me to my next point. You need to be trading with other people. You don't have the optics to scan the entire landscape by yourself at the same time. And other people also track different wallets than you. So you might not realize that some massive whale bought this token and that's why it's going crazy when someone else in the group chat, they follow them and they know that. Finding a community in crypto with depth and that actually cares about you is almost impossible. That's why I literally created my own. And that's the core of it all, is that we do not want you to get screwed. We don't want you to get scammed. The entire presence that I'm trying to bring to the crypto space is avoiding you from getting scammed and ripped off. And this lives on in my community. We have a tight-knit group of mods. I don't charge for anything. Like, to join my group chat's completely free. And people are trading in there 24/7 from all over the world. We average thousands of user messages every single day. Like, it's a tight-knit community. Right now, we have over 7,000 people in my group chat, and I have just about 25,000 people in my actual Telegram channel, where I provide news, insights on popular and trending tokens, different partners that I bring on with my channels. And overall, I'm just trying to keep you in the loop. So join my Telegram and join my Telegram group chat to get access to traders and to this culture that we're building right now. As I've mentioned throughout the video, each point that I made had either like a video to go with it or some sort of link to go with it. All the links will be below. I never advise in crypto that you go and you search out for links because phishing scams are everywhere, but I keep all authentic links down in my description that you can trust. I hope you got value from today's video. If you did, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell because I do go live twice a week on YouTube on Monday and Friday, and I'm trying to drop a video every single week just like this. Also mixing in some tutorials with some new software that's coming out. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. My name is Vic, and stay safe in the trenches.